is taking another break. Time is money.
Come on, stay with me, Jake. Come on.
Oh, Rick, thank God. I thought they were keeping you from me.
I wouldn't put it past them. Dr. Sanborn and his minions are meeting in the conference room.
About us?
Well, I should hope so. We are the most fascinating people here.
Me, I'm just a little dress designer. But you're a genius. Do you have the keys?
Of course.
And where are they?
In my shoes.
Don't you think maybe I should have them?
No, don't worry. They're safe with me.
Oh, but what if they decide to lock you up and ship you out in the middle of the night? If I don't have the keys, I won't be able to get you.
Darling, you should know by now that if anything should separate us, I won't stop until we're together again. Ain't no mountain high enough. Especially for a man with a syringe. Now, I promise you, darling, we'll be together. Just you, me, and a blood-red sunset.
And Will, of course.
Of course.
Because he needs me. Not the way you need me, of course, but he's just a child.
Easy, darling. The meeting must be over.
Oh, give me the keys, Rick.
Now, smile, darling. Here comes the big bad wolf.
Ms. Ryan, Dr. Decker, just the people I wanted to see.
How can we help you, Doctor?
The staff has been reviewing your situation, and I wanted to talk to you. We've come to a decision.
What was that piece of paper you handed over?
It's a marriage certificate between Jack Jackson and Julia Larrabee. Your Honor, Mr. Snyder used a fraudulent name and at the time was still legally married to my client.
Duly noted. The marriage between Jack Snyder, a.k.a. Jackson, and Julia Larrabee is not legal, therefore officially terminated.
I don't care what that paper says. You're still my wife.
Oh, he's furious.
We knew he would be.
Is this ruling just in Illinois? What if he goes to a different state?
He could go to Moscow. It wouldn't change anything. You're his wife in the eyes of the law.
For all the good it does me.
As to the matter of the false identification and the false filing of a marriage license, I'm referring prosecution to the state of Missouri.
Oh, Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mrs. Snyder.
That wasn't Jack's fault. As you know, up until a few days ago, we all thought he was dead. And as it turns out, thank God, he's alive. But he's suffering from amnesia. He can't be held responsible for what happened in Missouri. Certain people had taken advantage of him.
That's not true!
Mr. Snyder, please be seated. Your wife is making a valid argument in your defense. I advise you not to undermine your own interests.
Thank you, Your Honor. I hope that it's obvious to you now why my husband needs medical care. He was treated at a very small country hospital, and I'm grateful to them for helping him. But he needs the care of an expert neurologist. I want him to have all the tests that he needs. I want him to have the treatment that he needs so that he can remember his children, his friends, and his family. Please, Your Honor, please let me help him get his life back. Let me take care of him.
That's why we're here, Mrs. Snyder, to determine Detective Snyder's future. Ms. Griffin, detective, are we ready to proceed?
My heart's still beating.
You were lucky. Other than the burn on your hand, you're okay.
Thanks to you. That was good work.
You have training?
Basic CPR. I'm on construction sites a lot. Comes in handy.
Do you want to call ahead, have your doctor meet us at the hospital?
I thought you just said I'm fine. I don't need to go to the hospital.
You were electrocuted.
It was a little shock.
You were out cold.
And now I'm wide awake and I have proof sheets to check and pages to lay out.
It'll all be there in the morning.
No, it needs to be in an envelope in the morning on the way to New York. Listen, I'm fine, really. You know, and if I'm not 100% by tomorrow, I'll call my doctor. Cross my heart. See, I'm a redhead. I can do anything.
Except take medical advice.
We can't force her to go to hospital.
Well, good, because I'm not going. Now, where do I sign? Thank you so much. You're wonderful.
Take it easy now.
Promise. I'm fine.
You're stubborn.
Exactly, I'm fine.
All right, come on. Let me drive you home.
I need to get back to the office. Torque said he'd have the proof sheets ready by now. Oh, what happened to my legs?
You're supposed to be taking it easy, not rushing back to the office.
Can I amble back to the office?
Not on my watch, okay?
Mike, I can't work at home.
So I guess that leaves my place.
Your place?
Yeah. You can work there. I'll make sure you don't pass out on your proof sheets.
I can't impose.
Sure you can. Redheads can do anything they want, remember? Come on.
Dr. Sanborn, before you give us the staff's decision, could I share something with you?
Yes, of course.
I know you understand why I'm here. That I broke into this facility looking for my son, and that I have to prove to you that that was a rational act. The act of a sane and responsible person.
Your point, Ms. Ryan.
Dr. Sanborn, it's not easy living here. And to find someone who's my equal. A man so educated, so intelligent. A man who understands how horrible it is to be ripped from a life of productivity, to having days filled with card games, puzzles, and the occasional walk around the secure courtyard. Dr. Sanborn, if Dr. Decker were not in my life, I think I would be undone.
The staff has discussed your situation, and frankly, both of your therapists have noted that your friendship seems to have had a positive effect.
Oh, for God's sakes, would you get to the point, Doc?
Rick, please breathe in, out, in, out.
I have decided that the two of you will be allowed to continue your friendship on a limited basis.
Well, what do you mean by limited?
You will be permitted to visit with each other for a short amount of time each day, such time to be increased or decreased at the discretion of the staff.
Well, how short?
1/2 hour, twice a day.
What?
That's wonderful, Doctor. Thank you. It's quite generous.
Generous?
And I know that Dr. Decker and I will prove to you that we can stay within the limits and prove to you that in the future we can be given more time together. And I promise you, there will be no problems.
I'll hold you to that, Ms. Ryan. Dr. Decker.
A half hour?
It's okay. It's okay. They could have separated us and sent us to separate institutions.
No. I suppose you're right. But a half hour?
I know, but it's all right. It's twice a day, only for a couple more days. And we'll be out of here, won't we? We'll be on that beach in Bali.
You know what? I keep dreaming about that warm sand and you in a bathing suit.
Why, Rick, don't they have nude beaches there?
Oh.
Dr. Decker, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
We just got some very good news from Dr. Sanborn, didn't we?
And you have a visitor. Your son, Paul.
Paul? Paul's here to see me. Thank you so much, Nurse. Thank you.
Shall I send him up?
Yes, please. Thank you.
All righty.
I think you'd better go. Because you have a rather notorious reputation in Oakdale. If my son saw us together, he might use our friendship against us.
You're right as always. Till the next half hour.
Hurry back. Paul.
This is not a social visit, Barbara.
Let's back to that. Barbara, not Mom.
Helps me to remember what you are to me.
What's that?
Papers that you're going to sign.
What kind of papers?
The legal kind. You're going to sign over your shares of BRO to me and Jennifer. You're going to step down as CEO and you're going to resign from the board. So, did they let you use a pen around here, or shall I make you sign in your own blood?
If you think that I'm going to sign those papers, you belong in this cesspit more than I do. I will never walk away from BRO.
Lieutenant Munson, in your efforts to locate your fellow officer and friend, Detective Snyder, did you have the opportunity to enlist the help of the St. Genevieve Police Force?
Yes, I did.
And would you please tell us what you discovered in your joint investigation?
That after the accident here in Oakdale, Jack was treated unsuccessfully for amnesia at the St. Genevieve Hospital, where he was living in that town under the name of Jack Jackson. We later learned that he paid a known forger for fraudulent identification, where he used that identification to obtain an illegal license to marry Julia Larrabee.
Lieutenant, in your experience, is this behavior consistent with what you would expect from Detective Snyder?
No, ma'am, absolutely not. As Your Honor knows from years of watching Jack testify in this very room, he is scrupulously law-abiding.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I'm finished with this witness.
Detective, any questions?
No.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Ms. Griffin?
I'd like to call Ms. Greta Williams.
How'd they find her?
Ms. Williams is the caseworker for the state of Missouri assigned to Detective Snyder's case. So, Detective Snyder left the hospital against doctor's orders.
Yes, he was still suffering effects of his injuries. In particular, he had no memory of his life before the accident. No idea who he was or where he'd come from.
Given his condition, why would he leave the hospital?
None of us could figure that out until we discovered where he was staying.
Wait a minute. Wait. Julia had nothing. I signed myself out of the hospital.
Then why did she hide the fact that you'd moved in with her?
Detective, if you wish to question this witness, you may do so after Miss Griffin has finished. Unless, of course, you have an objection.
Oh, yeah, I have an objection. I want to object to this entire circus. I'm fine, Your Honor. She's the one with the problem, not me.
Mrs. Snyder is not the issue, Detective. You are. Continue, Miss Griffin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Williams, when you discovered that Detective Snyder had moved in with the nurse who was giving him care, what did you do?
I questioned her. She insisted that he'd recovered his memory.
Had Detective Snyder recovered his memory?
No.
So Nurse Larrabee lied to you about his condition?
Yes.
What did you do when you realized that she had lied about Detective Snyder's condition?
I recommended to her and Jack that he return to the hospital on an outpatient basis to continue his treatment. They chose to ignore my recommendation.
Dr. Harris, have you had the opportunity to review Detective Snyder's medical file from St. Genevieve's Hospital?
Yes, I have.
And what is your expert opinion of the care he received?
Well, given Detective Snyder's injuries and the seriousness of his complaint, overall, I'd have to say that his medical care was inadequate.
That's not true. We saved his life.
And then you stole his life.
Mrs. Snyder?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. But she's a nurse. She knew how sick he was, and you heard the social worker. She refused to get him treatment.
There's no treatment for amnesia, Carly.
No, there certainly isn't. Not when you don't want him to recover.
No, of course you wanted me to recover.
She was in our house, Jack. She knew all about your life. She knew about me. She knew about the children, and she didn't tell you. She lied to you.
Not because I didn't want him to recover.
How can she be trusted to get you the proper medical care? She doesn't even want you to remember who you are.
I would never do anything
because
to hurt
she knows that if you do, you will leave her.
Enough! Or I'll throw you both out of this hearing.
I don't remember there being so many steps.
Well, they've always been there. You're just knocked out.
Oh, my legs are knocked out. They feel like noodles.
I'll get some more pillows, another
No.
blanket.
It's fine.
Jen, you lost consciousness. All right, you could have died. The whole system's been thrown out of whack. You need to rest.
You saved my life.
So stop giving me such a hard time. You're still wet.
I never got a chance to change.
No wonder you're trembling. Come on, let's get you out of these clothes.
If you refuse to relinquish control over this company, the company that you set up so that Will would have a financial future, BRO, that company is going to fail.
Don't be ridiculous. As soon as I get out of here, I'll be back to designing, and BRO will be back
manage
on
to get
top.
out of here, and the chances of that are 1,000,000 to 1, the only place you're going to go is jail. BRO's only chance is to disassociate from you. Jennifer and I are taking over this company. We're going to start over again. It's our only shot
Our only shot?
at providing a financial future for... Did you not hear what I just said to you?
All I think about is Will, and as soon as I get out of here, Paul...
How are you going to get out of here? BRO is inches away from bankruptcy. All those lawyers you have, they're all going to disappear as soon as they figure out that you don't have any money.
Don't you know how much money I have set aside? I'll get out of here. I'll be back to designing, and I will take care of my son.
Will doesn't want anything to do with you.
Will loves me.
Hey, you know that photograph, that enormous photograph of you that's hanging in the reception of BRO? Will took it down, and he smashed it. He hates you, and I hate you too. You know what? On second thought, keep your company. Jennifer, I'll find another way.
Wait! How is he?
How's Will? Oh, he's fine. He is. He's happy. He's sleeping through the night. He's working on a farm. He's playing basketball. He's hanging out with his friends.
Good. I'm glad.
His only worry is you. Yeah, that you're gonna get out. I have to promise him every day that he's never ever gonna have to see your face ever again. Because that's his nightmare. That you're gonna get loose and somehow ruin everything. So chew on that for a while, Barbara. Gotta be better than the food they're giving you around here.
You've been given fair warning. Respect this hearing, or I'll cite you for contempt. I'll jail you if I have to. Understood?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Griffin, is there anything else you'd like to ask this witness?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Detective Snyder, any questions for the doctor?
Well, I'd like to say something. If it's allowed. I mean, everyone seems to get shots at me. I'd like to have equal time, if I may.
Your Honor.
Yes, what is it you'd like to say, Detective?
Look, I know I don't know who I used to be or what my life looked like, and I'm sure it was rough on everyone thinking I was dead. But let me tell you something. It wasn't exactly a picnic on my end. I was scared. I was lost. I was hurt and confused. But this woman, my wife, first she nursed me back to health, and then she gave me a reason to keep going. I got a job, started making plans for the future. I knew what I was doing, Your Honor, and yes, I recognize that I have obligations here. I have children, a daughter that I can't wait to get to know again. And Parker, I am no deadbeat dad. I'll do my part, but I resent feeling like I'm being punished and my family's being punished for something that's not my fault. I didn't choose to lose my memory. And I'm sorry for the pain that it's caused and the problems that it's caused. I'm begging you, please, don't make things worse. Please, Your Honor, let me keep what I have.
It is not the intention of this court to punish you, Detective. I remember you, Detective. And I have to say, I find you altered. then I cannot, in good conscience, allow you to abandon your history, which has such strong claims on you. So I'm granting Mrs. Snyder for temporary guardianship pending the outcome of physical and psychological exams. You are hereby ordered to return to your home in Milltown, where your wife, Carly Tenney Snyder, will oversee your physical and financial needs.
Thank you.
Coming up on As the World Turns.
Put this on, I'll throw your clothes in the dryer.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Problem, I can't seem to get the zipper.
Here, I'll lend you a hand.
Oh, well.
So you got it.
If Vogue asks you to do an interview, say no.
You don't think they're gonna like my bad jokes?
Well, what can I say? Just a pretty face. I can do the rest.
Hang on. Now you can do the rest.
Thanks.
Hi, Jordan. Thank you for agreeing to see me. Can I buy you another drink?
Oh, that depends, Paul. What's this about?
Well, I was really hoping that Jennifer would be here for this, but I can't get a hold of her. I just can't reach her. And I need an answer right away.
An answer to what?
I know that Worldwide has expressed an interest in buying BRO.
Right, and your sister turned me down flat.
Well, BRO isn't for sale. Barbara's involvement, combined with her current situation, have made that all but impossible. And I was hoping that Worldwide... Well, I was hoping that you would be interested in backing Jennifer's new company.
Jennifer's new company?
Street Jeans.
I thought that was a division of BRO.
No, we're starting a new company calling it Street Jeans. Assuming we can find a backer, I'm hoping that'll be you.
Paul, I mean, don't you get it? Your sister doesn't want to be involved with me, professionally or otherwise. Even if I was interested, she would never agree.
You know, if she wants her own company, she doesn't have a choice. Look, this is really important to Jennifer. I mean, not just because of everything that's happened with Barbara, but it's her first venture as a designer, and I gotta tell you something. With my mother in the nut house and all the bad publicity that brings, BRO is dying on the vine. I can't move product. I mean, all of our assets are tied up in clothes that I can't even sell.
And you can't get rid of her?
No, there isn't time. I really need Worldwide to step up. I don't have time to hunt for other investors, and I really don't want to take this out on the street.
No, that wouldn't be wise.
I know. So you'll do it? You'll help Jennifer?
I convinced Griggs to let me bring you this cake since you missed snack.
I'm not hungry, Rick.
Oh, come on now. You got to keep up your strength. I mean, it's not half bad if you overlook the icing.
I really don't want it, thanks.
Barbara, I know that your son gets on your nerves. But we can take care of him tomorrow night when we get out of here. Sweets for the sweet?
You know, I'm really a little on edge here.
Oh. Tell me about it. I mean, after you planted that image of you on on a nude beach. I mean,
Let's get out of here.
we will.
No, now, tonight. Let's get out of here, please.
I know exactly what you mean.
Promise me. Promise me we'll get out of here tonight.
Jack, you absolutely. I'm not doing it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
I sympathize with your situation, Detective. However, your refusal to comply only proves my point. You have forgotten the law. I will remind you. Defying a court order places you in contempt and forces me to issue a bench warrant for your arrest. You will be picked up and remanded to the state hospital for evaluation. I don't think anyone wants that to happen. We will reconvene in 30 days, at which time I will review the reports submitted by your various physicians. Dr. Harris. Dr. Harris?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'd like to be excused.
In a moment, Doctor. Would you be willing to oversee Detective Snyder's evaluation and treatments and report back to the court?
Yeah, I can. Is that all?
No. The bailiff will have some forms for you to sign at the conclusion of the hearing. So you may step down, though, Doctor. Thank you for your patience. Mrs. Snyder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Given the inherent tensions, I'm going to assign a court officer to accompany you when you pick up your husband.
Your Honor.
Yes?
Would you allow me to accompany Mrs. Snyder?
Thank you, Lieutenant. Ms. Griffin, any other issues?
No, Your Honor, and thank you for your consideration.
Detective Snyder, anything you'd like to say?
It's not going to change anything.
I hope you're wrong, Detective. This concludes our business here today.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, but this is only round one.
Yeah, I know, but at least Jack will get the testing that he needs. And with Ben overseeing his care, I know that he'll be able to do something to help him.
I hope so. Listen, call me if you need anything.
Okay.
Thanks. He loves you. And once he gets his memory back,
What if he doesn't? What if he never remembers?
he will. How could anybody forget you? Come on.
Look, Will is in danger. Paul is filling him full of lies. I have to get to him.
And we will. We have an excellent plan. Tomorrow night at the Halloween party, I'll inject Alfonso with just enough to make him sorry that he met me. When the ambulance arrives during the confusion, you and I will slip away and we're free.
Why do we have to wait till tomorrow night? You already have the syringe. You can stick anybody with it. It doesn't have to be Alfonso. And then the ambulance will come. Why not?
Alfonso deserves it.
This isn't about Alfonso.
Well, it is to me.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. If you don't want to come with me, just give me the keys.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Maybe we should have gone up to the room. It's taking a little bit long, isn't it?
Drink your coffee.
I don't want to drink my coffee, Hal. You do think I'm doing the right thing, don't you?
The judge thinks so.
Oh, I'm asking you.
The hospital that took care of him, the good people, Carly, they were doing the best they could. But the GP was looking after him, and I don't even know whether he saw a neurologist, let alone a shrink. So if strong-arming him to get him checked out is what it took, then okay.
It's just the way he looked at me.
He's mad at you. You dragged him into court. You had a judge make him do something he didn't want to do. Hell, I'd be mad at you too, and I know who you are.
Oh, it's that woman. She's blocking his memory. Did you see the way she was hanging on his arm?
She's scared.
Well, she ought to be. She's messing with my family. She's messing with her own family. I hate to see what she's doing to her little boy, getting his hopes up, making Jack feel guilty. And just the thought of the two of them in in bed together every night.
God, don't go
For all I know, she's trying to get pregnant. Anything to hold on to him.
Carly.
How long does it take to pack a suitcase, huh?
Carly. I understand how you feel.
No. No, Hal, I don't think you do. She's had enough time with him. He's mine.
Carly.
The judge wants me to see a doctor.
But why do you have to move out?
I'm not moving out. I'm not. I'm just gonna stay someplace else for a couple of weeks while the doctors figure out why I can't remember things.
Can't you come home at night?
Judge thinks it would help me if I stayed where I used to live.
That blonde lady?
Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna see you and your mom every day, every single day.
I'm gonna get your toothbrush and I'll wait for you.
I need you to do something for me. I need you to keep your mom strong. You just keep telling her that everything's gonna be okay, that I love you and that I'm coming home.
Promise?
Nothing could keep me from you and your mom. I'll be back. Hey, this changes nothing. I love you.
I don't want you to go.
I don't want to go either, honey. We can handle this. We can handle this, right, JJ? A couple of weeks, because that's all it is.
It's gonna be fine, Mom.
I know, honey. We just have to be strong and keep busy.
That's right. Once the doctors get their act together, they'll see that I'm fine. And I'll be back. Just a second. Oh. Hey. It'll be okay. All right?
You about ready?
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Daddy! Daddy, don't go! Daddy! Daddy, come back!
Honey.
Come back, Daddy! Daddy, come back!
What's that?
Echinacea tea. It's good for the immune system. After the jolt you got, you need it.
Whatever happened to good old hot chocolate with marshmallows?
Maybe later, if you drink your tea.
You're a tough one.
Only till you get to know me.
You don't think I know you?
No. And I don't know you.
Rick, my son is in jeopardy.
All the more reason to wait.
No. If they separate us, we'll never get out of here.
Yes, and if they catch us because we're sloppy or impatient, we'll never see each other again. Barbara, this is our one chance. We can't blow it. We have an excellent plan, and we have to stick to it. Otherwise, we might as well just kiss Bally goodbye. I won't have that. I keep thinking of you on that beach. Barbara, I want you. There's no one around. There's a broom closet right nearby. And
Don't you think that's a little risky? Rick, please stop it.
I thought you wanted me.
Oh, I do, just not like this.
I don't believe you. You're just like her. You tell me that you love me because you want to use me.
Oh, that's not true.
Prove it.
That it?
One more.
We finish it.
I'll have copies for you in a moment, Miss Griffin. Thanks, Doc.
Ben?
Jessica, I've been cooped up in this hearing room all day. I have to go call the hospital.
We need to talk about Jack's treatment.
Have Carly call me.
But I want to plan a strategy. I don't want just anybody to examine him. I may need these doctors to testify.
All right, I'll fax you a list.
Ben.
Took Jack away and she's never gonna give him back, is she?
Listen to me. The blonde lady, she loves Jack. She loves him too.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does. JJ, they lived together for a very long time.
And Jack forgot them.
I know. And that must be very hard for her. See, because you can't make somebody remember you and you can't make somebody love you. And Jack loves us. So that's the thing you have to remember, okay? Jack loves us, and as soon as his treatments are over, he's gonna come back to us.
What if he forgets us, Mommy? Like he forgot the blonde lady.
That won't happen.
How do you know?
Because I just do. Jack loves us, babe. And we're gonna get him back.
Would you like to put your bag upstairs?
Look, I understand that you think you have some prior claim on me and that you're angry about the situation.
Wait, who's angry?
You dragged me to court?
What would you do, Jack? What would you do if your wife disappeared and you thought she was dead and then she turns up married to someone else and she doesn't remember you? She doesn't remember her children. She doesn't even seem to care that she has a family who needs her and loves her. What would you do? I love you.
Can you please stop saying that?
But it's true. I love you. You love me.
Not anymore.
You see, that's why we're here. Because for you to say something like that to me just means there's something very wrong. For you to forget what we feel for each other, what we mean to each other. Jack, we were planning on having another baby before you disappeared.
You and me?
Yes, you and me. Who else?
Carly, I know what happened the night before our wedding. And that we didn't know the sage was mine until after she was born. So don't pretend that we had a perfect marriage, because we didn't.
What we had was beautiful and worth fighting for.
You do what you have to do, but know this. My heart belongs to Julia. And nothing and nobody is gonna change that.
On the next As the World Turns.
I think you should dump Mike from the ad campaign. Now.
If you think that I'm trying to use you to just get out of here, then you take that syringe and you kill me right now.
This man, he looks like my husband, but he's a complete stranger. Maybe all I did was push Jack further and further away from me.